I have made a commitment to my self, my personality self, my human self, that I would use what remains of this exquisite lifetime to be in complete and utter love with myself and completely dedicated to the rebirthing of that self. When I say self, I am referring to smaller self and bigger self, both. And it is indeed a rebirthing of both, because both have been seeking the meeting point of one another, calling for one another, similar to a Marco Polo game, if I can imagine that. So here I am with this wondering and with this insight, carrying it in my heart, knowing it, having it already reside within me, but not always giving it a landing place. So that is top of the to-do list, is for me to bring forward the insights of the heart, which are the insights of the soul, which are the insights of the spirit and divine energy, and plant it, let it land to the paper. My writing will take a completely different form if I allow for a specialized book, pad, journal to receive these insights in the clearest way. That is the first order of business. There shall be no editing either, just flow. The second order of business for me is to recognize that my challenge right now is to bring myself into a state of more astute awareness and more acute awareness, and hold that steady for as long as a stretch as possible. The duration will expand with the practice, and I am to notice, as in set a stopwatch for myself, where my baseline numbers are in terms of seconds. So for example, I can enter into a meditative or deeply connected state, start the timer, and then move about in my daily life, having the unfolding the chores, responsibilities, service to others in the ways that I do. And then notice when I fall away from that astutely aware, acutely aware state. I will get better at recognizing when I have stepped away from it, because I inhabit my body in a completely different way when I step away from it. Then I will stop the stopwatch. Exactness does not matter here. We are just attempting to get a general sense for how long I am able to maintain that acutely aware state. And so I will jot that down as well, because I am a very talented data keeper, and I like to look at numbers on paper. So I will make a graph of this so that I can have a sense, again, as I've said, for where my baseline is. Each day, I will take a different set of data points, at least 2 or 3 different times, and I will make mental note, and that is it. Interesting. Thirdly, I will notice when I do come out of my astutely, acutely aware state, I will need to eventually, maybe not in the first week of this practice, but beyond that, I will need to make a note of what brought me out of that state. It could be another individual. It could be a random thought. It could be a certain belief. It could be any type of distraction. It could be self-doubt, insecurity, who knows? I will know though, because I will ask to be shown what was it that shook me out of this receptive place? What was it that shook me out of this accepted place? And so I will also have a column for cause, I will call it. And my ego mind will at first come up with another external source of the cause, which I do not need to second guess. Whatever comes through gets put down on the paper. Whatever I sense, the very first thing is what I will jot down. Next on my list is to offer myself the deliciousness of clarity with what it is that I actually am manifesting for this next facet of my fascinating life. For I came here actually to live big and large and greatly in charge for this next segment. And I am not going to abandon myself here. I am not going to continue on in the model that I have adopted and lived into so perfectly. I am instead going to access the teachers, the authors, the gurus, the humans who are brave enough to share their journeys out of that constricted way of being, of thinking, out of that crushing of the divine feminine energy. I will study them, learn from them, be uplifted by them, and then create more conversation around them with my circles, which I will be extending and expanding. And so in this way, I will remember actually that I am here to unfold the magic as a final act. It will be absolutely exquisite. I will shock and surprise myself with what I unearth and rebirth. I will find my way into freedom and staying in the freedom, and therefore inviting others into the freedom. And if the relationships that I currently hold can meld and mold and stretch to accommodate that, then I say a resounding, this is going to get loud, woohoo! And if they cannot, then that is all right. I bless them. I bless them as I have blessed them for so very long. And then I move forward into the magic that I am, into the magic that I am creating, into the magic that I am expanding into and manifesting. For this is my time. This is my claim. This is what I am here for.
Yeah. No, yeah. I want to be big. It's true. I've been